Fifth grade teacher James Garvin has effectively integrated the INTASC standards into his teaching practice.
I empower students, and I say to them on the first week of school that I'm here and I'm responsible for teaching, and that their total responsibility is to learn. And within this classroom, if you're not here for learning, then you're in the wrong room. That this is a fifth grade class. We have standards that we have to cover. Not only that, but we're building character. And everyone that walks through the door, they have the opportunity to get an education. And to me, that's every day when I come in, that's what I empower into students to understand that one, the safety part of coming in to feel that it's okay to be one, first a child, secondly, it's okay to be a learner, and three, it's okay to share your ideas, and that we're all in here together as a community of learners. The success of you working in your station is going to be by doing what?
Cooperating.
Cooperating. One of the first things that I do is each year I reflect upon my practice and what I believe in for students as well as parents of us all being community learners. And how do I empower students? How do I empower parents to be a part of the learning process? But it's up to you. You pull in your creativity. Pull in your creativity. What are you going to do to make them feel welcome? I come from a family of educators. Family reunions, church situations of where we all consist of being educators. And I'll never forget, it was my third grade class where I realized that some things were not going right. And it was from there that I realized that I wanted to teach. And I involved myself in all types of situations of growing up as wanting to be a teacher. So I found myself in situations of playing school outside, in the church, working with Sunday school, working with Vacation Bible School, just totally involved with working. Make sure, because when I grade your paper, I'm grading for the content. I know how I want to be treated as an adult and as a professional. I look at students the same way, that I treat them in the way that I want to be treated, of them understanding that, again, that they have the responsibility of doing what's right, the responsibility of taking ownership of their learning, the ownership of their behavior. And through that process, it's just building a relationship of character, building a relationship that this is what young men do, this is what young women do, and that whatever we're doing now in fifth grade leads to another level. And eventually you become independent where mom and dad is no longer there, and you have to be able to contribute back to society, and that you have a responsibility to give back. So whatever I'm doing within the classroom, I'm always making those connections with the students, that it's very important that you understand that this component connects to something else that's going to make you a long life learner in society. So it goes back to having that perseverance, that knowing that the end result will pay off at the end. And sometimes parents, sometimes your colleagues, sometimes your students don't realize the reason that you continue to go after the same students, that you say that you're going to hold them accountable, that this is what's expected and I'm not accepting nothing but your best. And secondly, it takes time within. And we live in a very busy society. We live in a society that runs 24 hours. And there's not enough time in today's time to really be able to give all that you need. But to be able to do it, time is the key factor. This year we have the opportunity to really collaborate with our teammates. We have a 90-minute block each week that we sit down and we talk about trends, we talk about student performance, we talk about how to move students, we talk about what's going on in our classroom. And that gives me the opportunity to share within the classroom, and also to listen to see what things are going on within the other classrooms, because there are 5 other classroom teachers that are teaching fifth grade. There are lots of times that we don't have the opportunity to go in other person's classrooms to see what's going on. So I have that opportunity, as well as having the administrative team that's very supportive and in making sure that we have the things that are needed to move student achievement. I communicate with my parents weekly. I try to somehow either send a note, either give a phone call to say, you know, Johnny's doing a wonderful job. Just need some help with tidying up on either if it's a homework assignment or behavior, just letting them know that we're there together. So through that line of communication. The doors are always open. My parents understand that. I have parents in the classroom, so they know what's going on in the classroom. Anything that comes to me that is not of quality work will not be what? Accepted. Second thing, I'm working along with the University of North Carolina at Charlotte, as well as Johnson C. Smith University and Queens College. And those universities, we're doing some collaboration with taking the theory part as well as bringing the practical part and really bridging the gap. I'm also working with some of the schools that are dealing with just general disciplines, such as in math and the communication skills part, as far as taking the theory, what's written in the textbook, and actually saying, does this really apply in a situation of where you have students that are bussed in, where you have students that are not fitting the mold of the textbook? Can this situation really actually work in the classroom? And actually being in the classroom, that has given me the opportunity to be able to go into the local universities or outside of North Carolina and say, you know, it can work. I've tried it. These are things that will work. These are things that will not work. And how do I know? Because I'm doing them within my classroom.